So today is the last day of the Arduino workshop, and we're only going to be adding a few things to the clock. So today we're going to be adding buttons and buzzers. The first thing we're going to be doing is setting up some variables for the alarm hour, minutes, and seconds. So I'm going to go to Tinkercad. And we're going to initialize some variables. I'm going to do AH, so alarm hours. AM. In 8 seconds. So the next thing we're going to do is connect the buzzer terminals to the Arduino. I'm going to go back to Tinkercad and look up buzzer. And place it on here. I'm going to send the negative terminal to the ground. And the positive terminal we're going to connect to one of the inputs. So I chose input 8. So the function that you have to use to get a buzzer to work is the tone function. It's followed by tone, and then the pin that you put it in, the frequency, and the duration. And different frequencies provide different notes. I found a couple of videos online. This was pretty cool. Songs that people make on the piezo buzzers. And play it real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Can you hear it? No. It's playing fire. It's playing what is it called? Fireflies by Owl City.
I made one that says the Rickroll.
Oh, the Rickroll. So I'm going to set up the alarm buzzer inside the main void. So I'm gonna go here to the void loop. And do an if loop. If the alarm hours are equal to the hour that it is, the alarm seconds are equal to minutes. Can you not move this?
So it's still good.
Yeah. Okay. So basically this function is saying if the hours on the alarm that you've set are the same as the hours on the clock, it's gonna ring the buzzer. You can do tone. The buzzer is connected to pin 8, so you do 8. The frequency, I'm gonna do 3000. And the duration for 500 milliseconds. And now I'm going to start the simulation. Oh, I suppose it's not going to run if I don't set the alarm time. Wait a second. 7.
you scroll up and then take a picture of what you did before? So what it's supposed to say?
Yes. This one? Oh. I just initialized the variables that I used.
Yeah, I know. Just making sure.
Oh, did you get the if statement? The slides are also linked in the GitHub. So then I'm going to program the buzzer. So in the beginning, outside of the void setup, we have to initialize whatever pin it is going to be connected to. So I'm going to go back to the top. Constant int. This means it's not going to change. I'm going to name it buzzer. And then outside of we're going to create our own function called void buzz outside of the main loop. So we can call this function at any point inside of the main loop. I'm going to go outside of the main function, which is these brackets here. I'm going to create, let me see what I called it there. The first thing I'm going to do is tone. We don't have to write the pin because we've already initialized the pin as 8, so we can just write buzzer. I'm going to do it at a frequency of 1000. And then delay it for 100. So the frequency is in hertz. Let's see. There's also a function called no tone, which means the buzzer will stop ringing. And it only takes in whatever pin it is that you're connected the buzzer to. And we'll have it turn off for half a second. Close brackets. So that's the function buzz. Whenever you call that function, the buzzer will just, you just put here, instead of this, you just put buzz. When it gets to the if statement, it'll just do this and it'll jump to this function and run whatever is in here. So now we're going to put it inside the if statement. Instead of the tone, we can just call the function that we just made. So whatever we named it here, this is how we call it in the main. And we can start the simulation.
And we can make it loop if we want to. Right?
Yes, we can make it loop. I only made it play one time or it kind of gets really annoying. So this is how we're going to make it loop. I'm going to do it inside of the void buzz. You can do it in the main, but it's just simpler if you do it inside of the function. So because this whole section is 1 second, we can set an integer I equal to 0, and initialize it. And then we can use a for loop to have it run multiple times. So in the for loop, first you have to initialize I. Then we can play it until I is less than 10. And each time we'll add an I, a number to I. So this whole loop will run 10 times. That's what we've basically just written. So the buzzer will turn on and off for half a second, 10 times. That's the simplest way to write a loop. I'm going to start the simulation, see if it plays it 10 times. And then it stops. The problem with that is that when it's running the if statement, it stops counting the seconds. So we need to add something to iterate the seconds as it keeps counting, as it buzzes. So I wrote some code here for it. Did I? I guess I wrote it later on. Let's see. Oh, I guess I wrote it later on. That's okay. I will add it later on. The next thing I added is a buzzer to get the, a button. I originally had the button turning off the alarm, but that was some really, really complicated coding because Arduino makes it very difficult for some reason to control a buzzer with a button to turn off and on. So I changed the button to do something else. Now the button is going to change the date and the time. So first I'm going to add in a button. And select push button. So for buttons, you need to connect one of the terminals to the ground. And another terminal into one of the inputs. So I'm going to use purple. I'm connected to input 9, which is the next one available. So the first thing we have to do again is initialize a constant so that we don't constantly have to be writing the pin that it's plugged into. I can go to the top and initialize. And then you that variable button 1. And it's connected to pin 9. Okay. Get that. Is it working now? Yeah, switch back to your computers. Just try your computer. Can you hear now? Yeah. Okay, might be better without the microphone. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is going to use pin mode to set up what the button is going to be initially. So that has to be done in the void setup. Pin mode. We don't have to write the pin because we've already initialized it as 9, so we can just write button 1. And you can do input, but I did input pull-up, which reverses the values. I'll show in a second. So in input, when you're not pressing the button, it's low, and when you are pressing it, it's high. But in input pull-up, it's opposite. So when you're not pressing it, it's high, and when you are pressing it, it registers as low. So I'm gonna add a second button. In the slides, I added the second button later, but I'll just add it right now. And then I'll program it the same way. And that one is connected to pin 10. So now we've just done the setup for both buttons. So to read whatever the button is, so the button is right now at low. If we want to read that value, we have to use the function digital read. Go down. So I'm going to use an if statement to iterate the months and the years.
What's the value resistor that you're using?
For this one,
Yeah, what does it matter?
220 ohms. I'm going to use an if statement within the main loop. So if you can either put in button 1 or you can put in the pin. Low. So if it's pressed, we're going to add a minute. Second one, add an hour. So this way, if the time changes, like daylight savings, you don't have to go in and reprogram the clock. You can just press the buttons and move the time up. Oops. You can also do this to set up your alarm. And the one that I built at home, I had like 5 buttons. 2 of them control the time, and then 3 of them control the alarm hours. So I'm going to turn off the alarm so it doesn't ring. And run the simulation. That's interesting. So if you press this one, should iterate the minutes. The response time on this is kind of sucky. Oh. So you can see that the hours go up when I press button 2. And the minutes will go up if I press button 3. But the response time is very slow on Tinkercad. It's a lot faster if you build it on actual Arduino. So this is what the final product looks like. For the rest of the time, I was just gonna have people build them. And I also have some ideas of possible additions. You can add buttons to change the alarm time like I had at home. You can add snooze buttons. There's this cool GitHub repository that has like every song imaginable that you can play on piezo buzzers, which is pretty cool. You can download that and have it play a song whenever the alarm rings. You can also add a message with the alarm or add LEDs. But for the rest of the time, I'm just gonna build them here with the kits that I brought.
Is that better?
It's a little blurry.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
Lenovo's not.
I'm sure we're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, okay. It's not showing a message? Okay.
Oh, it's funny. When this thing does that, it's usually a bad connection.
So what are you doing?
Wait, try uploading it again?
Did you send me the?
Beautiful. That's interesting. I remember it happened to me, or this happened one time, and I fixed it, but now I don't remember how.
Oh, I think it might be just a faulty wire. Maybe something is not connecting with the.
I think I just kept re-up.
Okay, let's try that.
Upload on. Oh, really?
It's not supposed to turn though, it's supposed to adjust the motor strengths and not run the wall.
I guess our LED is broken. It might be from me throwing it around in my bag.
Yeah, that could be.
Which looks like Owl Sleep Fireflies.
Oh, yeah, we can do
No
that.
one on spot.
Oh, we are? Oh, fine. Ours isn't, our LCD screen is not working.
It's not working?
No.
No, it's probably like a faulty wire or just me throwing it in my bag. It's not working.
If
I
you
mean-
need another one, I have another LCD here.
Lights up.
You need one that's in there.
We
Does
can
it have
try.
the pins already in it? Because they usually come without it.
It's still in the bag.
It's fine.
It's a tripod.
Where the GitHub, right?
Yeah, I linked it in the. If you go to the slides, it's linked in the slides.
Where are the slides? I have never been.
Go, here, go to the GitHub. Then go to. Just click on the name.
What?
And then scroll to the
It's a
README.
nice one.
Oh, that one.
And scroll down to the bottom. You have the.
Day 4. Okay.
Let's see what he has.
Cantina band. Oh, we did Game of Thrones. Green for birthday. Harry Potter. Did we post on? Oh yeah, keyboard cat. Oh my gosh, we can. They're gonna give you up. You want to do Fireflies, right?
I don't know how they just pick an interesting.
The gosh. We do Tetris. That's classic, man. Yeah, that's the Tetris. If what?
So you have to click on it.
That one. Okay.
Can you do this?
Oh.
Oh, you back there.
It looks so good.
Oh, this. Not that. Okay.
Let's see, what did he program the pin to? Pin 11.
I feel like
Or his buzzer. Pin.
This looks so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord.
Okay.
Well,
Do you want to try it?
Oh shit. Okay.
Move around the board.
Copy. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we set it to a 10, 11 minutes. So
You can just start a new sketch.
oh, okay. File.
Another thing is
Watch it not play. Did I connect it properly?
Or watch the LCD screen. Wait, I need to copy
I
this
can
one.
only record
Oh, okay. No, I just copy all
one.
of
So I'm switching between there.
You can't do gallery. You can, but you can't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's see.
Does it work? Okay.
Okay. I don't know why that error message showed up.
No, not really that.
I like how you're saving it.
Well, yeah, I want to record the days I do it. That's November.
Looking
That's
for.
what to say. No, that's not
Turn on the video. Or what, are you recording?
I'm gonna record this.
Let me-
Anybody else?
let me record- let me record.
That's not my fault. That's fine.
This is really.
You don't have it down?
It doesn't. There you go. This one, pitch that. Damn, what they did like. The audio. I think I should know that.
Well, now it's sort of working. I think I just broke one of the pins. What the? Try uploading now.
This one?
The original.
There we go.
I turned it down.
Let's see. No, again. Yeah.
Wait, does this matter which way it goes? Oh, she kept the
You
sticker
want
on
to
there.
record it fine?
Sticker around. Hopefully there's no evidence of your crimes. Oh wait, it's being recorded. We haven't watched it yet. Hey. I like this song. I'm gonna add it to my Spotify. You should end this for me.
I'm doing
That's my friend Matt.
Lord of the Rings lore. Did you watch the new one?
I'm watching it right now
It's so
currently.
awesome.
At least I got.
It's so
It's
slow.
okay. It is very slow, I have to say. I don't know what to feel about it.
So I changed the way we initialize them.
Okay, let's see.
Because we need
I'm
to.
loading it again.
So I changed
There, it
the
works, it works.
percentage.
It works. Oh, Alex thing works
Because
now.
our pins
Go into the
were-
picture. Why is the buzzer not working? Because I unplugged it. Let's see.
So I changed it.
No, I got it.
Initialize the PWM.
Well, you have to set the alarm to something.
Okay.
Set the alarm.
No, we did. No, that's when it started.
Oh.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, here.
I said it to 7.
What's up?
Okay, send it now.
Let me go over your shoulder. This is
Very nice.
Yeah.
The buttons work?
I don't know.
So these give us.
Try pressing it.
This will work.
There you go.
I'm doing anything though.
It is changing the seconds.
Well, the seconds change by the
No, yeah.
Oh,
The
it's
seconds
like,
change
uh,
every
POV.
second.
Oh, there it is. It just, it's a,
Crazy.
I know how clocks work.
He knows how to fuck.
Not really.
oh, it takes some time. Because it did change.
If they're in.
There you go.
It changed to 8.
His name is Matt, but he's like a Matt.
There.
Excellent.
It just takes some time.
Good job.
I had wired it incorrectly, that's why it wasn't working.
What's up, bro?
Maybe don't delay the loop, the main loop. Is that why it's taking a long time?
Oh, yeah. This way? Yes.
Is the main loop delayed?
Delay.
Oh, take out that delay.
No worries, man.
What's that?
Yeah,
Just came here for time.
let's see if the buttons.
Respect. No question. It's a YouTube. You're putting out where you talk.
Maybe wait for the buzzer to stop.
It's like 9 seconds. Could be. I was some music.
You like turned
What
on.
in-
Bro, that was the delay for the seconds.
Oh,
You
you can just type it back in. Delay.
Yeah, it does. It looks like it.
That's interesting. It just goes up in milliseconds.
Yeah, because we didn't put a delay for the seconds. So this is to set the seconds. Hold on, I wanna put delay
Turns on.
for seconds.
Footage.
Ask help from the workshop.
Anyhow.
We have a student.
Is this good?
Let me go over your shoulder.
This is a monster.
Very nice.
Yeah,
The buttons work?
I don't know.
This will at
Let's
least
see.
give
Should
us
work.
20 points.
Try pressing and holding.
What's that? This will work.
There you go.
But,
It's not doing anything though.
It is changing the seconds.
Well, the seconds change by the
No, yeah.
Oh, I
it's
see.
just
seconds
Okay.
change
like,
every
COD.
second.
oh, there it is.
I know
It just
how
it's
Crazy.
I know how clocks work.
He knows how it works.
Not really.
oh, it takes some time. Cause it did change.
There you go.
he's,
It changed to 8 and 1.
his name is Nat, but he's like a gnat.